In question H, we're going to complete the square to put it into the graphing form. So we have 6x squared minus 3y squared plus 12x minus 36y minus 36 minus 66. Now this is a hyperbola since it's 6x squared minus 3y squared. Whether it's a trans x or trans y, we don't know. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to group together the x terms. So 6x squared plus 12x. I'm going to group together the other terms here, the y terms. So minus 3y squared minus 36y. And I'm going to put the 66 on the other side, so equals 66. So then we're going to complete the square, factor out. Now, just be careful of your negatives when you're factoring this out. So this is going to be equal to 66. So at this point, I want to complete the square. So I'm going to complete the square in the first term, so I get 1. I need to balance that off with a plus 6 on this side. I'm going to complete the square here with half of 12 squared is 36. And I had to balance that with negative 3 times 36 is 108. Okay, so just move this along here, giving myself a little bit of space to work. I'm going to rewrite this with the completed square form. So I end up with 6x plus 1 squared minus 3y plus 6 squared. And when I tally this up, I'm going to end up with equals is positive 72 minus 108, so minus 36. Okay, so this is all balanced off as well. So this is a trans y hyperbola. We know the center is at -1, -6. So I'm going to rewrite this, divide both sides, make it equal to 1 since it's not a rectangular hyperbola. So when I divide, I'm going to end up with x plus 1 squared, and 6 over 36 becomes just 6 minus y plus 6 squared, so 3 over 36 becomes 12, and that's equal to -1. So this is trans y. This is the center is at -1, -6. Okay, the a value is equal to square root 6. The b value is equal to square root 12. Okay, so the location of the vertices, since it's trans y, it's going to be -6 plus root 12 as a y coordinate. Just going to undo that. And -6 plus minus root 12 as the other y coordinate. And the equations of the asymptotes are going to be based on the slope. The slope is going to be plus minus root 12 over root 6. That will simplify to root 2 slope plus minus. Okay, so then the equations of the asymptotes are y equals root 2 x plus 1 minus 6, and y equals negative root 2 x plus 1 minus 6. I'm just putting it into the point slope form since we already know the coordinate, the center coordinate, which we're using as our point, and the slope is root 2. Okay, and lastly, I'll just put the coordinates of the vertices. The vertices are going to be at -1 and -6 minus root 12, and the other vertex is going to be -1 at -6 plus root 12.